Chapter 6, The Sunseed Reliquary. This story did not begin in some alley where the gutters weep and every doorway looks like it owes money. No, it began aboard the Iron Spine Express, a train so polished, so upholstered, so certain of its own importance, that it seemed to believe tragedy required a reservation. The brass gleamed, the velvet glowed, the passengers wore the calm expression of people who think inconvenience is a character flaw found in others, and then death climbed aboard without a ticket. A man was found collapsed in his private cabin. By the time the staff forced the door, there was nothing left to do but become quieter. He lay where he had fallen. No wound, no struggle, no shattered furniture, no operatic final gesture, just a man on a fine carpet, and the strange silence that follows sudden endings. Funny thing about silence, it gets louder when something is wrong. The hood examined the tea tray first, smart man. Cups are honest, people rehearse, cups just sit there telling the truth. Inside the cup was a faint oily residue not belonging to tea. It caught the light for a moment like guilt does. The saucer had been set down crooked, a tiny detail, but history has a weakness for tiny details. Syndros inspected the body. No bruising, no wounds, no sign of force, a little dryness at the mouth. The man had swallowed something, and then the evening changed direction. Juan searched the desk. A notebook lay open with one page torn free, carefully removed, not ripped. Dust marks showed a small object had rested there and was now gone, so whoever entered after the death did not panic. They edited. The remaining notes were practical things: cargo numbers, times, seal checks, the handwriting of a man who spent his days noticing what others missed. His initials were RM. Security identified him as Roderick Moreland, a freight inspector. A man paid to ask difficult questions. That profession has never been entirely safe. The passenger next door reported hearing something fall in the night, a chair perhaps, or certainty. He did not investigate, of course. Most people don't rush toward mystery. They wait until it becomes gossip. So the shape of it emerged. Tea was delivered. Moreland drank. Moreland collapsed. Later, someone entered the room, removed a page from the notebook, took the missing desk item, locked the door, and walked away. The hood disliked the tidying more than the murder. Violence can be impulsive. Tidiness means planning. They traced the tea service to the amenities deck, where attendants move with the brave smile of people who have answered the same question 800 times before breakfast. Yes, tea had been delivered. Yes, records existed. Yes, they could be accessed after forms, signatures, authorizations, and perhaps the next age of man. So they chose another route. Below deck, the train revealed its true self: pistons, steam, grease, heat. The hidden machinery that makes elegance possible. That's true of trains. And people. The hood compared the residue against compounds used aboard the train. One matched a cleaning solvent for brass fittings, sharp, oily, entirely wrong for tea. Traces of the same substance were found on the hands of the housekeeping supervisor assigned to Moreland's corridor. She had keys. She had been there that night. She denied entering the room. Sometimes innocence speaks calmly. Holt usually arrives early and talks too much, but Moreland's notebook pointed elsewhere too, toward cargo, so they were taken to compartment B-17. Its seal was intact, and wrong, only slightly. Misaligned just enough to trouble the eye. Someone had opened it, then tried to restore appearances. There's a lesson there. Most people don't repair damage, they repaint it. Inside stood a protected reliquary case marked with the sigil of the verdant accord, leaf and seed life, hidden inside metal. Nothing large was missing, but paperwork had been disturbed. An internal sleeve sat crooked. A small inspection slip was gone, the exact size of the missing item from Moreland's desk. There it was. Moreland had found something irregular. He had taken proof back to his cabin, and honesty had cost him dearly. The party followed the trail through the hidden passages of the train, where luxury is stitched together by unseen labor. Fragments of the destroyed slip were found among discarded papers. Someone had hidden truth inside procedure, an old trick, still popular back in the cabin. The hood found pressure marks on the writing pad beneath the notebook. Reversed numerals remained visible, enough to tie the missing slip to B-17. Even the absent were trying to help now. Then came the final clue outside the cabin. A chalkboard recorded authorized staff movement through a service door. Among the entries was the housekeeping supervisor's mark, placed during the narrow window between tea service and discovery. Did it prove she poisoned him? No. Did it prove she knew more than she wished to say? Absolutely. And sometimes silence is the loudest confession in the room. But before accusations could bloom, the train neared Arconia. Authorities were waiting with questions, procedures, forms, the usual parade of delayed usefulness. The party declined to join it. Marshal Holt, who preferred answers to scandal, ensured one service door remained unwatched. As the Iron Spine slowed through jungle country, Juan, the hood, and their companions slipped into the green dusk and vanished among roots and hanging fern. It was bold, it was reckless. It was not the worst plan ever made, but you could see it from there.